You don't need acres of land or a red barn to be a homesteader. Urban homesteading is about making the most of what you have, whether it's a backyard, rooftop, or balcony, and using that space to live more sustainably, grow your own food, and reclaim self-sufficiency right in the heart of the city. In a world where healthy, organic food and eco-conscious living are more important than ever, urban homesteading offers a joyful, impactful way to connect with nature, reduce waste, and nourish both body and soul. The great news is that urban homesteading is on the rise, particularly among millennials, predominantly due to rising food costs and fears of food insecurity. As I discussed in a previous video, the paths to begin urban homesteading are fairly simple. However, I'd like to go into a bit more depth now and offer some additional products and strategies that will take your urban homestead journey to the next level. Space is obviously at a premium in the city, but creativity makes up for square footage. Urban homesteaders have turned balconies into vertical jungles, fire escapes into herb sanctuaries, and rooftops into edible oases. And if you are lucky enough to have a half acre, check the video linked above to see what can be accomplished. How about meeting 80% of your food requirements? Vertical gardening is a game changer. Wall-mounted planters, hanging baskets, and tiered shelves stacked with greens are great options. Railing-friendly hanging grow bags are perfect for flowers, herbs, lettuces, strawberries, or even bush beans. If you've got a patch of sunlight and a few square feet, you've got potential. Gardening containers make it possible to garden just about anywhere. The trick is choosing the right crops and giving them what they need to thrive. Tomatoes, peppers, radishes, kale, and herbs like basil and thyme do incredibly well in containers. Use breathable pots with good drainage and create a soil mix that holds moisture but drains well. A blend of compost, coconut coir, and perlite works wonders. With a few buckets, or even some of the more creative DIY options linked above, you can feed your family from a 4th-story balcony. Water consistently, especially during hot months, and don't be afraid to tuck in companion plants like marigolds to boost pollination and reduce pests. Speaking of pollinators, bees are essential to our food systems. Even small spaces can be designed to support pollinators. Native bees like mason bees and leafcutter bees are gentle and low maintenance. Set up a bee house on a sunny wall and fill your containers with flowering herbs like lavender, dill, chives, and mint. Avoid pesticides and let your plants flower naturally. Even just a few pots can create a buzzing, beneficial habitat. And believe it or not, even in major cities like Los Angeles and New York City, urban beekeeping is legal with proper permitting. Research your local laws. Don't let the lack of a backyard keep you from composting. Worm bins, vermicomposting, fit under your sink and break down kitchen scraps into nutrient-rich castings. They're odor-free when managed well, and make an excellent soil amendment for potted plants. Bokashi composting is another indoor-friendly option. This method uses a special brand for fermentation, including dairy and meat, and turns them into a pre-compost that can be buried or added to soil after curing. If you want to go even simpler, some cities now offer community compost drop-offs or pickup services. No matter your setup, composting is a cornerstone of sustainable living and totally doable in small spaces. Not enough natural light? No problem. Grow lights are very affordable and make it easy to cultivate leafy greens, sprouts, and herbs indoors. Use compact LED lights with a timer, and you'll have fresh food all year long, even in a studio apartment. Microgreens are also perfect for beginners and those who don't have much space to spare. They can grow in just 7 to 14 days, pack a nutritional punch, and require only a shallow tray and a sunny window, or grow light. Check the video linked above for what a full microgreen setup can produce from just 6 square feet of space. It can even become another homestead business to add to your backyard business ideas. Sprouting jars are another excellent option, allowing you to produce crunchy alfalfa, broccoli, or mung bean sprouts in just a few days. Add in a rotating shelf of indoor herbs, parsley, oregano, cilantro, and your kitchen starts doubling as a grocery aisle. Water conservation is just as important in the city as in the countryside. If you have a backyard or balcony with gutter access, set up a small rain barrel to collect water for your garden. A basic setup with a diverter and mesh screen can keep debris out and provide gallons of free water during a single rainstorm. Gray water, like the leftover water from rinsing veggies or boiling pasta, can be cooled and reused to water plants. Just skip the soap or oils. Even in small-scale systems, these habits add up to big water savings over time. Yes, you can raise animals in the city, if local laws allow it. Chickens are increasingly permitted in urban areas, especially hens, but no roosters. They're great for fresh eggs, garden fertilization, and food waste reduction. Quail are a quieter, more compact alternative. They produce eggs in just 6 to 8 weeks and require far less space than chickens. They can even be raised in stacked cages indoors or in a garage. Rabbits are another option for meat production or manure depending on your comfort level. They're clean, quiet, and efficient, but be sure to research proper care, space, and temperature needs before bringing any animals home. Even small harvests can yield big returns when preserved correctly. Quick pickling is a great way to use up excess cucumbers, radishes, or onions. Fermentation adds gut-healthy probiotics and works beautifully for carrots, cabbage, and peppers. Freezing herbs in oil or making small-batch pestos, sauces, and smoothies helps stretch your bounty. Use ice cube trays to freeze chopped herbs, lemon juice, or even tomato paste from balcony-grown tomatoes. Canning might be harder in a tiny kitchen, but not impossible. Water bath canning doesn't take much space and can be used for jams, jellies, and high-acid salsas. Sustainable living doesn't stop with gardening. Making your own cleaning and personal care products reduces plastic waste and avoids harsh chemicals. All-purpose cleaner? Mix vinegar, water, and a few citrus peels or essential oils. Toothpaste? Combine baking soda, coconut oil, and a pinch of salt. Try your hand at homemade deodorant with arrowroot powder, shea butter, and beeswax. These small swaps lead to major savings and a healthier home, with the added bonus of fewer toxic substances going down your drain. Creating an urban homestead doesn't have to be a solo adventure. City communities are brimming with resources if you know where to look. If you are in the US, start by checking the American Community Gardening Association for a location near you. Join a local garden co-op or neighborhood swap group. Trade homegrown herbs for eggs, or your extra seedlings for handmade soap. Get to know your farmers market vendors through local harvest. They often share valuable tips or surplus produce. Attend skill-sharing workshops on fermenting, composting, or herbal medicine. Community is at the heart of homesteading, and even in the busiest cities, you'll find like-minded folks ready to exchange knowledge and support. Ultimately, urban homesteading is as much about mindset as it is about soil. Start making conscious, sustainable choices in your daily routine. Use cloth napkins, beeswax wraps, and reusable shopping bags. Buy pantry staples in bulk using your own containers. Invest in a countertop water filter and ditch bottled water. Choose secondhand before buying new, especially for tools, planters, and storage bins. Every swap is a statement that sustainability matters, that waste is not inevitable, and that even small actions can ripple outward into bigger change. Urban homesteading proves that self-sufficiency isn't about location. It's about intention. You're reclaiming a connection to the land, to your food, and to your community. With creative life hacks, resourcefulness, and a bit of grit, even the smallest urban space can become a thriving homestead. From backyard to balcony, every container you plant and every habit you shift is a step toward a more resilient, joyful, and empowered way of living. If you found this content helpful, please like, share, and subscribe so we can stay connected here at Organic Homesteaders.